Hi, I'm Jazz. Welcome. Did you hear me? Okay. So, welcome to Jazz's What If. The all these like don't worry about this one. I was trying to find a picture of midoriya, but then I found I drew it out. And the so let's begin. So, sit back, relax, grab a drink or two, enjoy a what if. Uh, the Let's start things off when Deku was battling against a certain opponent. The one, the only Madman, or his quirk is dimension, and and he can allow himself to like teleport others to different locations, like different dimensions and all that stuff. But one day, Midoriya was battling against him, and he accidentally teleported poor Midoriya to a dimension where every single person in that dimension was different versions of Deku. See, Deku was the quiet one. He, but in my what if, I'm giving him a warp of insanity quirk, or better yet, path destiny, more accurate term. So it allows the user to choose a path for them, and it's kind of like infinity or zero. So that's why I changed his hair color for copyright things. So don't worry. And he met the first person was his you see he met the scientist with a zombie, and they were so surprised that they see him that the both of them, or the zombie guy, he said to the Midoriya that you look familiar, and so he was, or of course the doctor says, yeah, he kind of does look familiar. Sorry about that. I was just getting up from my chair. So the then the zombie guy and the doctor of him. I'm not saying like Doctor Deku and Zombie Deku, but you know what I mean, okay? And they showed them around. Then they showed Midoriya or Deku the around, and they told him or that we all have different quirks. zombie or yeah, zombie he told Midoriya that he has a zombie quirk, or this is more accurate term to make sense. Me, he is zombie. I have zombie quirk. I can infect other people, mind control them, and others. So then the doctor says I do have a quirk that allows me to analyze wounds from severe. My quirk is called Lookin'. It's a quirk that allows me to do that stuff. And the only person that ever had piqued his interest was a zombie. But the zombie he guy keeps telling him I already have a girlfriend. Her name's Earphone Jack. At that time, Earphone Jack, from not from the original timeline, but the from the what if Deku was in the zombie apocalypse kind. And Midoriya wanted to date her, so she asked him out. Kind. So then Midoriya says, "Hi, I'm. Thank goodness I met both of you." Then out of nowhere, there was a certain man. Not all for one. No, no, no. He's not in this part yet. This is part one of My Hero Academia. So, or what if? So, Midoriya says, "Hi, I'm Midoriya. Who are you?" And then the guy was Midoriya from What If Midoriya was a Gigantuan Leviathan world. That he had this like soft tone, like, "Hello, my name is Synchro Midoriya too. I have a skill, oh, that allows me to shapeshift into a big monster looking thing. And I already have the girlfriend named Momo. Oh, so they, of course, then and he talks so softly. All three of them were like acting like sweethearts to him. And then he asked, asked, "So, do you have a girlfriend?" And then Midoriya blushes, like, "No, but someone, or, but the only person that saw, like, in Midoriya was him, that he says, oh, I know who loves you. This gravity girl that, of course, in this, or in someone's what if, I'm giving him, like, mind reading abilities. Like, he gave his, or he reads who person loves him the most. And he says, oh, this gravity girl really loves you. The And then he He says, "Really?" And at the time, the Gravity Girl, or he never met Gravity Girl, but she only heard about him, how powerful he is with two skills. I said skills, like in Skill, not kill, skill. So the this is my first recording, so don't worry. Now, let me okay. So at the time, Midoriya never heard of Gravity Girl, but only people were allowed was for her, or and he says yes. Gravity Girl is, she has gravity, she has a quirk that allows her to move, or zero gravity on them or whoever. But you and her would be a perfect couple together. And then he says thank you. No? And all four of them. Sorry about that. My alarm clock goes off. So the doria was, was like all four of them walked around, like visiting, talking, getting to know each other's. But then, out of nowhere, there was this same guy that says, "Ah, you made new friends, I see. I'm surprised, Midoriya. Your friends and you will go back to your world. After all, they are no fun to me now. So I'll let you take them." And took them, all four of them, back to his, hold on, his world. And the he he quietly says, "I would also, I'm gonna send my different world, like from, or send the evil Midoriya to battle against you, Midoriya. Head to head. Midoriya, huh? Versus evil Midoriya." Because evil Midoriya in this what if has a quirk called Insanity Blair. It's kind of like Mad Mike, or Music Mike, and Eraserhead, and all the pro heroes put together. Kind. And he says, "Have fun, and children." And he warps away. Zombie guy tries to grab him and tries to mimic it, but then he trips over and hits his head on a concrete. But lucky for him, he had a regeneration quirk and revival quirk too. I'm making him a little bit overpowered too. So he, like, there was as I almost, and Doria had all the Midoriyas had their own quirks, and of course the Deku says, "I'm gonna go to UA." Then all of them agreed, and so they all went into UA. But Oraka, or I can't say her name properly, so I in this what if she's called Miss O because she eh, and Bakugo and the rest of them saw like how many versions of themselves. And yes, I know. He are it supposed to be all Dekus, but I can't help myself getting My Hero Academia in. So the all the girls saw each version of him, like the zombie Deku who had a 13 pack. The doctor had 15 packs, and Midoriya had 20 pack going on, and he had a 15 pack. And all the girls, and they like, or Bakugo tries to, or they look over, or Bakugo looks over, and they he says, "Whoa, there's too many. Are you in the boy band thing?" And or he walks up to a Midoriya that's this one, and he says, "What's with the other three?" He Midoriya, and Midoriya says, "Well, these are my different versions of myself. See, each one, let me introduce you all to them. Then the Mr. Aizawa, or Mr. Aizawa, and the rest of them said, or I don't remember the testing. So let's say all four of them went and did that test thing, and all four of them was higher than any normal person ever. Like the path of destiny, Deku got the over 9 trillion in points, that breaks every world record of schools and that stuff. And Midoriya, that's white-haired one, was underneath that. He broke a school's record twice. And those two were breaking the school's records 52 times. That's little less than both of these two. So then they all got in, and they waited at their mom's Inco, but in this story, or in this timeline thing of what if, Inko, who did know that there was some epic battle, and she was so surprised that she saw 4 different midoriyas from different timelines. And they all got in, and they all were in class 1A. All 4 of them. Everybody else was a same. But the zombie, so earphone jack, and the doctor stopped him, saying, "That's not the earphone jack that you remember from your timeline." And earphone jack turns around and says, "Wait, what?" Of course, but all 4 of them were, they all talked to each other, and Mr. Aizawa walked in, and of course they did that test, so I'm skipping over it. So let's skip over to USJ Attack arc. So they trained during those. So they he were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna," or Bakugo was being like, "We all know and love him. Some of us hate him, but he was battle, where he was trying to train himself to be better than all the dekus." And of course, when they all of the class 1A showed up, Mr. Aizawa, 13, All Might, and Snipe, or hold on, my original plan was Lady Nagan, or the one that you saw, her. She was replayed. Of course, she notices that there was a portal that opened behind them, and the person that came out first was another other than, drum roll please, Evil Midoriya, the one that's all crazy one. And all the villains. And so Mr. Aizawa told Lady Lean and 13 to protect the students, and ends up telling 13 that radio the other heroes. And then, but 13 says it was blocked. So then that guy, or midoriya, or path of destiny, more accurate term, said, "Don't worry, I got this," and he sends a shockwave through the ground, and all the heroes, or no, all the villains, sorry, all the villains were mobilized, like been knocked out, except for Nomu, Handyman, and